We just need to get him a few runs. But again, you know, they've got a great offensive ball club over there. You know, I knew it would be tough. I didn't expect him to one-hit them infield single and shut them out, but that's how good he can be.
Hey, maybe you already answered this, but at what point did you know today he was on? He had it.
First inning, the strikeout against Huddleston, their big kid, 3-hole hitter. You know, I knew his slider was on. Second inning, when he came back in there with 88, 89 with a velo, you know, I looked up at the scoreboard, saw 88, 89. I knew he had his stuff. So I knew all we needed was a couple runs. When he had his curveball going early in first through the fifth inning, we kind of lost it there at the end. But when he had his curveball early, I knew he was going to be pretty unhittable.
Did it surprise you at all that he had that? Because you talked about over the weekend how sore he was.
Yeah, I mean, like I said last night, I texted him. I said, "Are you sure you want to go?" Because he told me after practice he wanted the ball. I said, "Are you sure? I know you were sore. We can make this a 3-game series." His coach, I got it. Yeah. And it was huge him going 75 pitches maybe. I mean, he was very efficient today. Gives us a chance, if it is a 3-game series, to do something with him on Saturday.
So to have that performance on this stage, I mean, is that as good as you've seen from any of your pitchers this year?
I've watched a bunch of games down here and on this stage. That performance right there ranks up there with one of the best that I've seen in 10 years, no doubt.
Offensively, you guys faced a pretty good gut yourself, but what allowed you guys to get to him there in the third?
Well, we knew, you know, scouting report on him was if it gets hot out here and he has to labor and we get him up in his pitch count, he'll lose a lot of velocity. He started the ball game out at 88, 89, and we barreled up a couple balls early. But when we started getting to him and fouling balls off and not striking out a lot and putting balls in play, I knew it was going to be they were going to have to use some pitching. You know, obviously they brought the kid in at the end trying to save the Huddleston kid. They've still got the Huddleston and the Golf kid as well as the Whittington kid to throw games 2 and 3. But I knew if we got him up in his pitch count, made him throw a lot of pitches, made him work, you know, he's one of those that's at 90 pitches and they're going to shut him down.
You guys haven't won it yet. I mean, how do you keep the guys, you know, focusing into knowing
these kids?
Win another one?
These kids have been undefeated for 32 games. They've taken every game 1 game at a time. That's not the challenge. The challenge is going to be, who do I pitch? You know, do I throw Jason on short rest or do I come in with somebody else? You know, do I keep Jason for a game 3? You know, that's the challenge for me. As far as having the kids being ready and focused to win, they'll be ready. This has been their dream since 365 days ago, and they know they're not done. They've got 1 more to go. That's all they could talk about coming through the line, shaking hands with each other was one more.